Hi Virgo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of May 2nd to the 8th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. I do want to remind you, as always, this is general, so just take what resonates. But thank you in advance for your likes, comments, and subscriptions if you haven't done so already. Did you hear the birds start chirping? Several of them as I started recording. Anyways, to book a personal reading with myself, just reach out via email. Everything you need is down below in the description box. All right, I'll definitely get that started. And don't forget to stick with me to the very end of the reading to get an answer to your own yes or no question. So think of it along the way. Now, the song that Spirit chose to speak upon your week on shuffle, Colorful by Rocco, Deluco, and The Burden. Colorful, good song. I'll leave it down below for you to utilize in one way, shape, or form. And let's begin by pulling some oracle from the Sacred Light Oracle deck. Let's see what we get. Then we're going to use the Mermaid Tarot deck to further speak upon your week. I do feel as if there's a push to focus on team effort in one way, shape, or form. Even if you're feeling like retracting into one's hermit mode, given that is your energy within the tarot deck, but also a level of indecision and push to think about ego-based actions, ego-based decisions, and lifestyle changes that need to take place at this time. All right. They're saying feeling very alone at certain points in the week, but then very much connected and supported in other ways. Feeling the need to support others as well. For Virgo. Let the color come back to your situation, as I feel like you're not the only sign. This is some heavy energy. Okay. Ascension flame coming out, talking about liberation, a sense of greater purpose, higher expectations. Now, I do feel as if it's meant to be a positive amount of success throughout the week, a positive energy coming through. But if you look at this imagery, it is quite heavy in certain ways. It feels like it's a week where you're pushed to, as it progresses, as it trickles on, to release any heaviness within the energy, to adjust, to think about lifestyle changes, your thought processes, your habits, your approaches, if you will, and how that's all playing into things feeling a bit heavy recently. Being pushed to focus to an extent on completion on a multitude of levels, but also on your greater purpose. Potentially thinking about wondering, what is my destiny in this lifetime? Is they're saying as heavy as that sounds to an extent, but as large of a thought as that can progress to. I really feel like you're pushed to recognize the high expectations somebody or multiple people have in your life for you, or simply the high expectations you have for oneself, but also pushed to think slightly about your grand presence and the high expectations at times you put into certain manifestations, the success that you desire, right? The outcome that you so envision, and how that does add a heaviness to your manifestation process. All right, but at the bottom of the deck, we have a Cosmic Gateway, talking about your insecurities taking a highlight to a certain extent, even other people's insecurities that surround you or you cross paths with, right, throughout the week. Again, remember we're talking about team effort, teamwork, connection with others takes a focus, even if it's simply energetic connections, a push to refocus on what truly matters to you, all right, in a simplistic manner. Feeling very aligned in certain ways throughout the week and not in others, but feeling very connected to the universe. Being pushed to think about the layers of oneself as well. As I am drawn to these circles here, that's what's coming through, almost like an onion. They're saying you smell great, but I just feel as if you're pushed to think about the layers of yourself that you've acquired, developed, that have changed over time from all the experiences you've been through. Wow. For Virgo, to continue. Okay, some powerful, they're saying feisty, but passionate energy coming through already with this. The Queen of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Feeling like needing to recognize with a bit of water imagery over here, or more so, and the Queen of Wands. I kind of view this as a Cups energy. But needing to recognize what is actually progressing at this time and who and what potentially situations or other energies are putting that fire out from within you, okay? Minimalizing that passion that you have for what you want to go towards, but recognizing in those moments that things do need to be adjusted moving forward, but also your passion can be your best tool, but hinder you all the meanwhile if you allow it to, they're saying, get out of control or just add heaviness once again to what you want to create, develop, make successful, okay? Being pushed to recognize that you are so zoned in a lot of ways on what you want to move towards, what you want to see once again become successful, and recognizing that you are meant to be steering the ship of your life in a sense, right? To just keep it moving forward, but do so in a productive manner. Some of you being pushed to recognize at times you need to more so work smarter, not harder, right? But seeing levels of progression take place, that wheel churning for oneself, and it just feels like your hard work is paying off, all right? They're now saying you're a golden ray of sunshine, okay? At times feeling like you don't have what it takes to expect the best or shine as bright as you should be, right? But it's a week where you're reminded that you have what it takes to light up a room, okay? As I'm drawn to the front of the deck, the Sacred Light Oracle deck. We now have the Chariot coming out, a true level of motivation, wanting to hop on your chariot, I feel the need to say, and go towards something brand new, something more successful successful for oneself, but feeling a bit nervous at certain points, even if you don't want to show it, admit it, and therefore potentially putting up a facade. I really do see oneself experiencing a bit of a whirlwind in one's mind, right? But more so previous to this week. So do recognize and give yourself credit for the progress you're making as far as simplifying things, altering your mindset to feel less stressed, okay? Not letting something that would normally get the best of you get the best of you, even if that's more so it once did, like way back when, okay? In comparison to the present day situation. Give yourself the credit you deserve at certain points of the week, because you can't expect for others to do so for you, especially when they're saying a closed book or just not being so open about what you're going through or what you've experienced along your path. Desiring more control. Some of you thinking about your savings and how you will throughout the week see a level of progression take place with that. An increase in your finances is to be expected. A waterfall for some. Nature will come into play in one way, shape, or form, even if you can't or don't feel the inclination to wrap oneself up with Mother Nature herself. I do feel as if it could help you with certain realizations, levels of comfort, or just the simplicity you need at a certain point or multiple points throughout the week. Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups. I really do see you, again, very passionate, but desiring something to start fresh or just to start over in one way, shape, or form. And being pushed to recognize that you simplifying your emotional connection to that or your emotional desire for it will help in the process of making that happen, right? And you'll feel less stressed, less drained, less, they're saying potentially less devoted in certain ways, but all the meanwhile, it will come to be a lot easier, okay? What you want is a desire that's meant to be fulfilled, so let's make it happen, okay? All the meanwhile, I just feel like with another ace, the Ace of Swords, you're gaining a level of abundance in regards to, again, that beginning you need or just desire in a lot of ways. Okay, they worded it very complicated. The abundance you desire will be yours, but keep, basically at the end, they worded it a bit odd. Keep the stress to a minimum, okay? The max won't help. With the Two of Pentacles coming out, it feels like you're going through a bit of a balancing act, right? You could be even weighing out options, feeling like you can't put the other foot down to ground oneself at times, therefore losing your breath or just feeling as if you have a lot to accomplish and it's just, oof. They're showing me somebody matching this imagery, trying to spin plates, you know what I'm talking about? And it being a very delicate balance, but you just doing what you can to make it successful and feeling like, you know, if you were to put that other foot down or adjust your situation too greatly or dramatically, those plates would fall and you would lose the progression or just you would risk the success you desire so badly. Try not to view it in that sense, okay? the delicacy is definitely present and you're picking up on it in your situation, but allow for oneself to recognize that you can adjust yourself and your approach and switch things up if need be. If not, the universe will throw things up in the air and shake it up for you in order to see you happier and more content moving forward. They're now saying you have to do what's right for you, what's right for Virgo, as I feel like you're pushed to let loose at a certain point throughout the week in order to feel more content, right? It'll help you recognize how guarded you are or have been, or just how much has been pent up due to everything you're going through. But again, expect the best as you have money on the mind, your career definitely on your mind, and you're being noticed, okay, with the Three of Pentacles, for how honest you are, okay? For your, they're saying sheer ability to just tell it how it is, all right? But they're also going to be noticed for the level of conflict or just battle that exists within one's life and how secretive you've been, right? You're going to be reminded of a time in your past when things were a bit chaotic and you just decided to keep it on the down low, to not tell anybody for that matter. But it's a week where things become very clear as to what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be changed, as the passion is definitely there once again. Just allow for oneself to be flexible as things develop and change once again, and you find yourself seeing that progression you so desire within your situation. All right, so let's answer your question for Virgo. Alrighty, you're getting an answer of yes. You got a yes. So I hope this was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Virgo.